Welcome all, this is Matts Mapping and GIS. I have made another toolset similar to the dynamic geometry constructor. I wanted to experiment with a few curved line creation methods. Here the input is a point feature. The output will be feature lines, inner radius and outer radius, and curved lines connecting the inner to the outer radius. The curve method shown here is a parabolic arc, starting from the inner radius here and curving up to a deviation point and curving all the way back down to the external radius. I've allowed the user to change the deviation value, this being the depth of arc, with the white line showing a 2000 meter deviation and the blue line showing a 4000 meter deviation. Conducting this curve requires the calculating of the angle, the y offset, and the travel distance. I've created this toolset because I wanted to have an understanding of non-linear line creation methods. Creating straight line shapes is relatively simple, just need to understand the offset calculations or skeleton. As I have learnt, curved lines are mostly similar, requiring the additional understanding of the curve elements. This curve method is a circle arc, with the diameter of this curve being the difference between the internal and external radius. The curve rotates around this center point. Calculating the curve's center point, the start and the end of the curve is the main elements to be calculated here. This curve method is an S-bend curve, pretty much the same as the last demonstration, just repeated and reversed at quarter radius. For this method, the process needs to be cognizant of the vertex order, starting the curve at one end, rotating around, this would be anti-clockwise, then starting the next curve at the end of the last curve and going clockwise rotation for this arc. The last method I'll demonstrate is a spiral curve. This is the simplest and funnest line. The vertex separation is as drastic or as subtle as the input defines. This creates a new value for the x, y, or degree increase provided by the user. These arcs can traverse around the center point, depending on the increase values. Here I've reduced the line count down to 1, and reduced the spatial y increase down to 1 as well, allowing the spiral to circle the center point multiple times. Here I've provided a variation of what this tool can provide. As indicated, the spiral method has been used here, the parabolic arc has been used for here, and then the circle arc method has been used in the ones at the bottom. So as I said earlier, this is more just gaining an understanding of how to create these arc lines. As far as practical use, it's probably more on aesthetics and design principles, in aim to reduce the rigidness of some designs or some shapes. These curves could assist large-scale messaging aimed to be visible by high elevation or from the sky, perhaps landscaping or vegetation related, or drainage and earthworks. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, please place them in the comments below. I'd love to continue this conversation. This has been Matts Mapping and GIS. Thanks all. Goodbye.